land of the scams. Like America is the land of the scams. America is land of the damn scams. Like if you a scammer, America, you can really get your shit off in America. HOAs is at the top of that list of things that just be scamming our people. So listen, I understand HOAs got to get theirs. Insurance companies, scammers. Yo, how can you?
Oh yeah.
How can you be an insurance company and when it's time to insure, you say, "Nah, this is too much money. Y'all gotta go." And they can just do that.
Yep.
It can screw over like a whole community.
Yep. Man. And they don't care. Did I tell you last week? I came home, so I too have an HOA, and I look across the parking lot and 2 homes. The gutters fell off. Like the gutters are hanging on the roof, and it still hasn't been fixed. Yo,
hold on. How often do you be joining your HOA meet? Do you join the meetings? Like attend the meetings?
So the meetings aren't held here; they are off-site in another part of the city, and I think that's the con. So if you want to go, you have to go. Well, you're familiar with this, huh?
It's only in person?
Yeah, it's only in person. They don't stream it, and it's in another part of the city. It's like 15 minutes away.
No, they gotta at least throw a Zoom link. See, we had a Zoom link. Let me tell you something. I was in mine yesterday. Now, I'm telling you about the insurance thing, the insurance hike, and they're telling us, yeah, more than likely we're going to have some people are going to have to owe some money. You're going to have to pay some money. And then they're talking about some other special assessments that's coming. So everyone's already kind of tight about that. How about there's always one motherfucker who wants to come in there and start complaining about some shit that don't even need to be complained about. It's like, yo, dog, are you just dead ass right now? This motherfucker comes in. He's late already. Late old white man. Hey, I guess I'm a little late. Are you guys talking about the insurance premium? And they are like, yes, Mitchell. Yes, that's what we're talking about, Mitchell. And he was like, hey, I'm sorry I'm a little late, but just let me know. Is it going to be less than $1,000 a person? And they're like, yes, Mitchell, it's going to be less than $1,000 a person. I'm like, Mitchell, shut your bitch ass up, man. I'm not like, Mitchell, shut your bitch ass up. What are you talking? Less than $1,000? It shouldn't be more than $1. Fuck you talking about less than $1,000?
Exactly.
He was like, yeah, well, if it's okay, I'd like to just shift the conversation some. And I'm like, all right, this is about to be some bullshit. And here come Mitchell. Well, I know last time we were here, we were discussing guest parking and how long people should be parking in guest parking. And the whole call is like, oh. So he started going off on this long tangent. Yeah, I guess because I can see the guest parking spots, there's this one car that always parks in the guest parking spot Friday through Monday morning, and I know he's a renter. I just want to make sure that the guest parking rules have been told to everyone, owners and renters. They're like, all right, Mitchell. So when are you seeing them park there? He was like, every Friday evening and then every Monday morning he leaves, and I just think that's not fair because that's over the 48 hours. And I'm just a person who likes to follow rules. And someone was like, wait a minute. So do you know if they live there? Yeah, he lives in the apartment. He just always parks in the guest parking spot every Friday evening till Monday morning. He's a renter. And someone was like, Mitchell, I think that just sounds like he parks there after work on Friday and moves his car Monday before he goes to work. And he was like, yeah, I know, it's just over the 48-hour rule, and I'm just someone who likes to follow the rule. Yo, I got my phone on mute yelling, Mitchell, shut your bitch ass up. Shut your bitch ass up. Nobody want to shut your ass up, Mitchell.
That's funny.
So they let Mitchell go on for a few more minutes. And then when he was done, he was like, all right, that's all for me. And it was just blank silence. And they were like, all right, so back to the insurance. Nigga, get the fuck out of here, Mitchell. Man.
Mitchell, shut up. And let me guess, there's ample guest parking, right? There's plenty of guest parking.
All you gotta do is just drive around. And even if you can't find an actual visitor parking spot inside the neighborhood, right around the neighborhood is street parking. So you just might have to walk a little bit.
That's funny. When we first moved into our place, we bought our place, and the previous owners didn't leave us parking passes, so my wife's car got towed. So we woke up the first day, and I thought someone stole her car, and I was like, "Where the fuck do we just move to?" But we went to the HOA meeting, and then we were like, "Give us our money back," and they cut us a check to pay for the towing. So that was nice.
Yeah. Do you know anything about like reserve fees?
Keep going. I think I know what you're saying.
It's like when instead of like raising HOAs for everyone to pay for certain fees, you just defer payments, defer fees, or defer whatever.
I have not, but I do. Like, I know our HOA has like a pot of money set aside for miscellaneous stuff or like emergency services. I wonder if yours does, and if they do, why did they not use that to cover that premium instead
deferred
of
HOA fees? According to Google AI, may refer to a temporary payment plan or fee reduction for homeowners experiencing financial hardship. Deferred maintenance.
Okay. So that's you were talking about earlier about having to pay that extra money. I think that might be related to someone's like, dog, I don't have an extra $600 to give you right now.
Well, apparently there were some reserve fees, HOA fees that need to be paid back. So that's another special assessment that's coming. Let me tell you something. I was in that meeting yesterday saying, like, to myself, how the fuck does this happen? Who's been in charge of managing money? Like, this is
do they? I mean, I think legally they're required to give you like an because we just got ours a couple weeks ago, like an overview of the budget from the previous year. Yeah.
They do, but no, don't you worry. I'm sticking it out this year because towards the end of the year, I will be in the meeting in which they start voting on budget, and I promise you, if it's not needed, I'm going in there to make a case for everything. No, we don't need that. Like food trucks every week. We don't need that.
No,
we don't need that. I'm striking that down. We don't need it.
We don't need
once a month is good enough for me. Once a month.
Or are they paying the food trucks to come, or the food trucks just come and get whatever they want? You know, get whatever you make.
They have to be paying the food trucks to come out here, but the food trucks are also charging us too.
Nope, get them out of here.
Get them the fuck out of here. Like
I don't want to hear about community
morale. The real basics. I'm gonna cut it down.
You're gonna be like, who got these rubber weights in this gym? Someone go give me some iron plates.
Yeah, man, I'm telling you, like, yo, dog, like, even in the gym, like, y'all don't be using all them assets in there. We gonna nip some shit in the bud.
Please, that whenever that happens, let us know and we can stream that the whole.
Listen. I want to bring some people. Yo, if you just could have heard when I started asking questions, I was just frank with him. The dude would explain something to me, and I'd just be like, "Yeah, no, that don't make no sense to me." But you know what? Fuck it, I guess.
They probably got off that call. Like, man, that guy on 21C gonna be a real problem.
Oh no, I'm pretty sure they're probably like, the emails make sense now.
Nice to put a face to a name.
They're like, no, the emails make sense. Because with me, when some shit don't make sense, now it's got to be like, because you know, when something don't make sense, or somebody explaining something to you and they see you confused, they're gonna ask, does that make sense or does that help? I just started saying, no, it didn't.
That is the most insulting sentence in the human language. Does that make sense? Like, that is the nicest way to call somebody stupid.
Well, I'm not gonna say all that because I actually say that a lot, especially in emails at work. But
you low-key not questioning their intelligence.
Well, because if someone's asking you a question, you're explaining something to it, you just want to make sure it makes sense. That's why I leave the door open for that. No.
I just hit him with the, you good. Can I answer any questions?
You good?
No. Does that make any sense? That's worse than you good.
Hey, Nick. Hey, you see this on the board? Read this. You good?
I have no problem explaining anything, but does that make sense?
It doesn't make sense. Are we on the same path?
That's a good one. Do you have any questions? Can I clarify anything? Are you good?
Let me know if you have any questions as a good alternate. I use that one a lot too.
Does it make sense? Whew.
Nah. All right. Well, listen.
That's just me. I've had this conversation with many family members who say it to me. I'm like, dog, maybe I'm just being sensitive.
But what if they're trying to help it make it make sense to you?
I feel like there's a better way. There's so many alternatives. Like, I feel like at its core, does it make sense? You were asking that person, are you smart enough to understand what I am
saying? Does this piece of information I'm explaining to you make it make sense? I mean, we could always say it how Big Mama and them used to say it. If Johnny got 5 motherfucking apples.
This is the evolution of that, though. Does that make sense as the evolution of if Johnny got 5 apples?
And if Johnny got 5 motherfucking apples, somebody eat 4 of them.
Rest in peace, Big Mama. We miss you.
If Johnny got 5 apples and you eat 2 of them, how many apples does Johnny have? And you better get it right.
You better get it right. That's the one. That's the threat. And you better not get it wrong. You better get it right.
Oh, what is up with black people and all have lived a similar collective life?
That's how we survive.
Oh, my goodness. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 175 of Speak On It. You already know when you see this fresh Nas fade, it can only be one brother, the good brother, the one-legged brother with 3 legs. Los D-Mix, as usual.
The fuck did you just say? No pause, no nothing?
Nah. Yo, hold on. Oscar De La Hoya, you gotta know you just can't go out there and just say some shit and not pause it.
Whole crowd said, hey, yo.
Whole crowd. And hey, I saw a quote tweet that said, yo, most of these people aren't even old enough to remember that back in his day, Oscar De La Hoya was a wild boy. Oscar De La Hoya, come on, man. As usual, joined every Tuesday by the smoothest bald head on the East Coast, Mr. Danny Ocean. How we doing? How does it feel to be a fan of the reigning, defending Super Bowl champions after a month?
It still feels good. I don't think it won't wear off until training camp. I am doing my best to not buy a bunch of Super Bowl gear. I've only bought 1 shirt and 1 magazine. But the Kelly green jersey with the Super Bowl emblem is calling my name. But I'm trying to be more fiscally responsible because I have some things coming up that I need to take care of.
I must know y'all not winning a chip no time soon. So you got to make sure.
Dog, that Kelly green with the Super Bowl emblem is the hardest thing I've ever seen in my life.
You got to bask in the enjoyment of, your 1 chip every 5-6 years because ain't gonna be no repeat bid. Ain't gonna be no repeat bid.
And then the Love Hurts hoodies went on sale. Them joints was $75 because you and I understand the real price of it and the payment, but that didn't apply. So it was $75. I'm not paying $75 for no hoodie ever.
Why not?
I don't care if Jesus signed it. $75 for a hoodie, that is a coat.
But if he signed it, your Lord and Savior, you'd have to respect it.
I didn't say I wouldn't respect it. I just said I ain't paying for it. So I wanted the Love Hurts hoodie, but not for $75.
Wait a minute, hold on. You ever see something online that makes you just all right? Never mind. I like the Love Hurts hoodie, even though I'm not an Eagles fan. So.
And he wore it on Valentine's Day at the parade. Like, it's so clean.
Oh
man.
Yeah, at the parade when he had all them pasta quotes.
Yes. I hope we get a book of Jalen Hurts isms.
No, I hope we don't.
I need a book of isms. My colleague is an Eagles fan. He has a Jalen Hurts quote in his email signature. It's beautiful.
What's the quote?
I think it's 10% is about what happens to you. 90% is how you respond or something like that. See? My favorite Jalen quote is, keep the main thing the main thing.
Man, you know how many people have said that?
It doesn't hit the way when Jalen says it.
Your guy Bam says Super Bowl gear is limited edition. Definitely should have bought it.
It's still on sale. Like the Eagles
Yeah.
have plenty of the Kelly Green jerseys with the Super
Yeah.
Bowl. I'm just not paying like 100. I think it's 160.
How often are they going to be Super Bowl champions? Ask Bam where his Super Bowl gear is. How long has it? It's been a few years since he's been able to pull that stuff out. Unless you're talking about him being a Lions fan, then in which case he's never brought it out. So I don't know if he's a Ravens, Lions fan.
Whatever's convenient at the time.
Yeah, it's okay. He also said the Eagles won't win a Super Bowl for another 20 years, and you'll wish you'll spent that $75. So interesting.
You must think we're in Dallas right now because Eagles got a couple more in them this decade.
Hey, Dallas is making some moves. But speaking of teams that made moves in the NFC East, your Eagles, they released Darius Slay and James Bradbury. Talk to me. What are you thinking about this youth movement that's coming to your secondary? Pause.
Could see it coming. Big pause. I think Slay will be back for real. If we're being completely honest, I think this world where Darius Slay comes back, I think he's going to test for agency. I don't know if he's going to get the money he's looking for. He said he wants to play one more year. I would just love if he were an Eagle for one more year. He played at an elite level. James Bradbury, no surprise. James Bradbury didn't even suit up this year. That's not a shocker. But I would love to see Slay back for one more year. But if not, Keely Ringo's on. Huh?
Why would y'all release him then?
Because it was cheaper to keep him. The cap hit would have been bigger if they released or cut him last summer, so he was just there.
Wait, I'm not understanding.
So like last year, yeah, and he was hurt, so he was on IR most of the year. And by the time he was ready to come off IR, I think it was like week 14 or 15. It was late in the season, so he was just a healthy scratch. And it would have been no, James Bradbury.
I'm talking about Darius Slay.
Oh,
Bradbury
no, okay, yeah. So remember last year, Darius Slay was about to sign to the Ravens.
Mm-hmm.
Like the Eagles released him, or they were about to release him, and he was about to sign with the Ravens, and then he came back to Philadelphia. So I hope something similar happens, but if not, like you said, Cooper DeJean can play outside. Quinyon's already locked down. You got Keely Ringo.
Why don't y'all want to pay Darius Slay though?
Because this ties into the other move that I think Howie is trying to make. Well, he has to sign a lot of free agents too, right? You got to sign Zach Bond. You might try to sign Milton Williams and Mekhi Becton if you can. And you got to have money just in case a certain best pass rusher in the NFL decides to come to your team. Myles Garrett, come on over, baby. You know what to do.
No, Mike.
Make the call. Make the call.
You really are buying into this Myles Garrett future Eagle.
To a degree, right? At what cost? Like, what is the cost? If it costs Zach Bond, Milton Williams, and Mekhi Becton, I don't know. If there's a world where Zach Bond came back and they got Myles Garrett, sign me up. Like, Zach Bond should be the priority.
Why do y'all think Myles Garrett is what y'all need on a defensive line that's already really good?
I mean, why can't you make a strength even better?
That's a lot of money, though. That you guys.
And Josh Sweat is probably gone. So Josh Sweat is probably leaving. So that leaves you with Nolan Smith, Bryce Huff, Jalix Hunt, maybe Brandon Graham if he comes back. Buddy. Myles Garrett on the same defensive line as Jalen Carter.
But what happens when he's on the same defensive line as Rashawn Gary?
Hey, that won't be my problem because I'm in the NFC East. But he can't go to the Commanders. He cannot be a Commander.
Come on, you know you got to getting scared of the commies now. They getting better.
They're getting better, but I don't think it's going to cover up a 30-point deficit that they suffered in the NFC Championship game.
All right, but they're not going to have as bad of offensive games as they had against. And y'all not going to be that dominant on every offensive. That's not gonna happen.
I mean, they need to fix their defense before they fix their offense. Was fine. The defense can stop anything.
That's true. Yeah, that's true.
What?
Kyle says that hearing that Harold Landry has been granted permission to seek a trade by the Titans, that trade price tag might be more affordable. I think he's saying that Harold Landry might find his way to the Green Bay Packers
and there's also rumors that Mason Crosby might be in for a new home. Come on over, dog. We got the defense of exciting whites. Let's add another one.
But wouldn't it make more sense for him to rejoin up with Josh Jacobs?
It might, but I think he looked better in Kelly Green than what color is y'all guys green? Is it just green? Is it Packer green? Is there like a certain
championship green? The original championship green.
Is that what it's really called though? Like it's legit called Kelly Green. Do y'all call it championship green for real?
I'm gonna call it that.
Okay. What do other people call it?
The frozen tundra, green and gold, black and yellow, black and yellow.
There's no distinction.
We really let Lil Wayne get away with that green and yellow song.
We let Wayne get away with a lot of stuff.
You're right. He does have some bars that are very questionable.
He has a lot of things that are very questionable.
You talking about just beyond bars?
Beyond everything.
Wheezy F baby, and the F is for phenomenal. I promise you, everybody in the car with me that day had to open up their phone. Man, come on, bro. Phenomenal don't start with that. Are we sure we've been spelling it right? Phenomenal. What about Abdul Carter? Do you think he's intentionally trying to hurt his draft stock to become an Eagle?
No, he not gonna drop 30+ spots in the NFL draft.
Hey, I watched the offensive lineman fall because somebody put out a video of him hitting the weed.
Abdul Carter would have to do something reprehensible to fall all the way to 32, or even fall to a point where Howie could trade up to grab him. Like he is a top 5 player.
All right, so he
might make it to the top 7.
So he's got to pull the whole Jalen Carter thing. All right, I got you.
God. Good God, man.
I'm sorry.
Kyle said officially the Packers green is dark green. What kind of boring ass color is that?
As if Kelly green is that much more exciting.
Kelly, at least it has a name.
Ours does too. Dark green. How are you feeling about the Saquon Barkley extension? Highest paid running back in NFL history.
It is just another how we play in chess. Remember we talked about a couple weeks ago having an owner that has the cash on hand to do stuff like this. This is why Saquon gets all this money and his cap hit is lower because a lot of this is just a signing bonus.
Which, I mean, I argued and I was like, well, damn, he definitely deserved it, so I can't even hate on him. Like, no matter which side asked for the extension or for the money, it was like, yeah, for this guy, yeah, kind of makes sense. I do it. Might as well. I bet you everyone was like, yeah, might as well just pay him.
Like you saw who's selling part of their team? The 49ers, right? They're selling part of their team. I told you you're going to start seeing that. You're going to start seeing these owners start selling smaller portions of their team so they can have cash on hand to do stuff like that.
So do you see the Mavericks doing that right now?
Fuck the Mavericks, dog. I don't know who they are.
Yeah, we're going to talk about it, my brother. I know. It's hurting your heart.
It ain't hurting my heart. I'm going to enjoy watching LeBron James score 50,000 points tonight. We will talk about that later as well.
Are you a fan of Lay Doncic, though?
No. Like I've said, I love LeBron. I love Luka, but I will never, ever, ever cheer for the Lakers.
It's Lay Doncic, though.
Lay Doncic is cool, but I will never root for the Lakers.
But you got to admit, when you watch them two on the court, damn.
It's hard. Can I be honest with you?
It's hard to watch.
I watched like 3 minutes of Luka and the Lakers.
Yeah, that boy be in there like,
I just be hate watching. And the thing is, like, the numbers he's averaging, I guess we're jumping to basketball. Like, the numbers he's averaging now, if he averaged that last year, it would have been a bad game. Like, Luka still hasn't gotten to, like, Luka.
Yeah, that boy was bad last year.
And you was out here like, oh, man, we traded for that fat dog. That's Luka Doncic.
Listen, it took me about 2-3 games, and I said, This white man is dangerous.
This white man is dangerous.
Listen. Sometimes you just need a dangerous white in your life that'll get you right. Pause. Whoa.
Whew.
Whoa.
Boy.
Speaking of dangerous whites, the Vikings did not franchise tag Sam Darnold.
That's a hell of a transition. That might be your best one yet.
Yeah, the Vikings did not franchise tag Sam Darnold. Do you think they get a deal done in the next month or so, or do you think it's over?
This shit is a wrap. Okay. You don't let quarterbacks you want to keep even sniff free agency.
They said they're hopeful to get a deal done.
If they really wanted Sam Darnold, he would have signed that extension the day after that playoff loss. They do not want that man at all.
I think it's a similar situation to Matthew Stafford, who congratulations on signing his extension, where they're like, all right, go ahead, test free agency, boy. Go ahead and see what you can get out there.
Yeah, I think they really was like, oh, you
free agency, boy. And then he gonna go to teams like, listen, it's no coincidence the teams that are gonna offer you the highest amount of money are also the teams that are gonna fucking stink. So you gotta ask yourself, do I really want to leave a good situation and go to a bad situation for more money? And
do I want to move to New York when I live in LA?
Yeah. I think that's what's going to happen to Sam Darnold. Like, do I want to move to New York and play for the Jets or Giants
again?
Do I want to move to Las Vegas and play for the Raiders? And then got to see Herbie and Mahomes and Bo twice a year.
You don't want that.
Then who else need a QB? Do I want to take the chance of going to Indianapolis?
Do I want to go to Tennessee and compete against Cam Ward?
I think Bam said they want Sam Darnold for the low. He won't get much in the open market. I think this is what the Vikings are banking on. I feel like they're banking on him going out hitting the open market and saying, hey, if Matthew Stafford just got, let's just say, what was it, 50 a year or something like that, or something around that ballpark.
All it takes is one sucker. That's it. You don't need a whole room full of suckers. You just
listen, Sam, listen to me. Go ahead, take that 42, 43, 44 mil a year. Go ahead, go back home.
You know where he going?
Go back to Minnesota.
Pittsburgh. Mike Tomlin. Get ready to learn Mike Tomlin. Oh, man. All it takes is one sucker. That's it. All it takes is one sucker.
That's nasty.
Am I wrong, though? All an agent got to do is...
Hey, there's a sucker born every day. Ain't that what they say? There's a sucker born every day?
Yeah, there's a sucker born every day.
Listen. I woke up a few Thursdays ago and thought I was still a hooper, and my body quickly told me, no, you're not. No, you're not.
It happens to the best of us. I remember my body was like, dog, what are you doing?
But I'm only 28, though.
And sometimes the decline happened faster than we realize.
Yeah, you're right. I got to think. I also did a sport that was pretty taxing on my body for a good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Funny thing, same leg I tore my meniscus and ACL on is the same leg I tore my hamstring on. And the same leg I broke a bone in my tibia. So this right leg has been through a little bit of.
So where do you think where are they going to get the graft to redo the ACL if you tore your hamstring? I mean, I'm sure it's healthy now, but would they risk that, or would they go to the other leg to get the graft? Well, yeah, I guess you'll figure that out.
I don't know what that means. Well, I guess I'll.
Yeah, so when you tear your ACL, the way they give you a new ACL is they take a piece of muscle, usually from your hamstring or your calf, and that is the new ACL.
I'm gonna have a chat with my surgeon next Thursday. I'm about to let him know I tore my hamstring. So
yeah, I think that'd be, because I don't know if they'd want to. They might have to go to the other leg to get a piece of hamstring. That I don't know. I'm not a doctor, but I do know they take a graft from another piece of your body. It's usually your leg, and that's what they use to insert a new. That's the new ACL.
Nah, I don't want to do that.
So unless there's like some technology where now it's like a synthetic. But I know they try to use something from your body because you know it's going to accept it because it's a piece of you. Yeah.
It's crazy. Kyle says he do think the Steelers end up keeping Justin Fields. Interesting. That would be interesting.
They just want to make a triple option.
Speaking of teams that franchise tag players, the Bengals franchise tagged T. Higgins. Now, we were expecting this during our last pod. We were kind of expecting this. So, we know they tagged T. Higgins.
Yep.
We know Jamar Chase and the Bengals are far apart in contract talks. and making him the highest paid non-QB.
Yep.
Do you think both of these wide receivers get their deals done with the Bengals?
No, I think T. Higgins is gone.
You think
I really hope.
Trade for them?
Say what?
Someone then has to trade for him. At this point, since they franchise tagged him, a team has to pay him and trade for him, which means they got to give up a first or something.
I think if you and I keep coming back to them, like the Commanders, it makes sense for them.
It did until this Debo trade.
That's true. I still think the Commanders need more. Like, I don't think that's enough.
Brother, they can't have Terry McLaurin, Debo, and T. Higgins.
That's what you're going to need. And Brian Robinson. Like, this is an arms race. Yes. Go get T. Higgins. Because I don't think Debo is, and we'll get to this in a second, I don't think Debo is who they think he is. But for T. Higgins, I hope during the next CBA, like, the players really fight for. Like, you can't franchise tag me twice. You can do it once. If we don't get a deal done, like, I get to walk in free agency. And that's probably going to cost them another regular season game.
You think so?
It's going to cost them something. I just don't know what the price is going to be. But you should be able to franchise.
The preseason and go straight into the regular season, you think? Then?
Well, aren't they fighting for another regular season game?
But that would be at the expense of losing a preseason game.
Yeah. I feel like the owners say, okay, we can only franchise tag you once, but in return, we want that extra. We want that. We want to make it even again. We want another regular season game. We want 18 games. It's 17 games now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we want 18 games, and you'll get an extra bye week.
You think about it, that's like a lot of football, but it would be the same amount of football that they play right now. They're just changing what's a preseason versus a regular season.
Yeah, and you'd have to have 2 bye weeks. There's no way like someone can have a week 5 bye.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then play 14 games in a row. That's absurd.
Got to.
You got any thoughts on T. Higgins?
T, get out. You got to listen. Call Brian Gutekunst. Let him know you're going to sign a good deal. If they just give up pick, 20, whatever. T.
That's what y'all need to be doing. So Bam asked, like, if you get to franchise tag for a second time, is the price, like, do the teams have to pay more? Yes.
I think so, yes.
But you don't have any security. So if T. Hicks, so that 21.6, if he signs that tender, that 21.6 is guaranteed no matter what. But if he goes and blows his knee out week 7, he has no leverage next offseason when he is a free agent.
And then they can just sign you for whatever.
Correct.
He's got to take out a policy on himself like Jamar Chase did.
100%.
Just take out that policy on himself. That's what I would do.
That's what I would do.
Get out of there. Joe Burrow, he tried.
Like, I can't imagine. And again, it goes back to having an owner who has cash on hand. Like, I imagine Joe's looking over at the Eagles and was like, wait a minute. They got $200 million receivers, $150 million quarterback, a $90 million running back, and we over here counting pennies.
Now that's when you got to go and then be like, all right, what is our salary cap number and what is theirs and how is it, like, what are they doing so differently?
Having an owner who is not afraid to get cash makes the world of difference.
Well, this is the Brown family, right, that owns the Bengals.
They cheap. They have been notoriously cheap.
Man, see, it's like, well, who would want to come and play for Cincinnati?
Exactly.
But I think their thing is, listen, some organizations want to win. Some organizations want to put asses in seats. Very few organizations do both.
Like, you saw the Bengals had to sell the name and rights to the stadium to pay Joe Burrow.
Listen, they better say it. Sell the name.
Start selling parts of the team, dog. You got to start selling ownership stake.
There's plenty of Ohioans that love their Buckeyes and probably love their Bengals or Browns.
Boy, there's some tycoon who would buy 15% of the Bengals tomorrow.
and we'll give you the cash for
and would give you the cash. Hey, what? You said how much?
one of the Middle America Johns.
Yeah, here you go. Knock yourself out.
What do you think about the Jets releasing Devontae Adams today and the Packers potentially releasing Jair Alexander? Which release do you think is bigger?
Let me start off with Jair. Stop fucking around, Jair. Come on over, hang out with some winners. Come on, Jair.
Excuse me?
Come, Jair.
Listen, Eagles fans are turning into the NFL version of Lakers fans. It's just everybody who's a free agent. Just come on over here.
But
who the fuck would I just come over there?
The Eagles pull it off. The Eagles do it.
Well, so do the Lakers.
That's true.
That's your boy.
Jair. Come on, create the best secondary in the NFL. 2 shutdown corners. Come on over, man. And the exciting whites. Come on over, man. Devontae Adams, congratulations. You're going to be a Cowboy. You'll make the playoffs. You'll get embarrassed.
A Cowboy, Charger, Ram.
The Rams would be very interesting. Like, do you think they get rid of Cup? Do you think they trade Cup? They find a partner?
Yeah, they're going to do some shit like trade him to the Packers and then...
Because a wide receiver trio of Puka, Cooper, and Devontae, like just 3 elite route runners, that sounds like a lot of fun.
But I mean, they could keep him. They could sign him for like a 1-year veterans minimum deal or something like that. Or he's made a lot of money, so just sign him for a. Nah, I mean,
like that sounds like that's a Super Bowl winning team.
I could also see teams like the Patriots trying to pay Devontae Adams. Teams like man, it's just in my head. Obviously the Packers, the Patriots, Chargers, Rams,
the Commanders again.
Maybe,
that would be I think that'd be Terry, Devontae, Debo, Brian Robinson. Like now, okay, like now I'll start to pay attention.
The Chiefs.
You think they go back to the old wide receiver? Because they did it with Nuke. Didn't work.
Well, Nuke is supposed to be a free agent this year along with Hollywood Brown, so I could definitely see them trying to bring in Devontae Adams on like a year.
Do you think the Chiefs try to go get Tyreek Hill again?
If I was them, I would reconsider it. But does Tyreek Hill want to leave the sunny side of?
Yes, I think he said at his when they were cleaning out lockers.
He already said he apologized for that.
Yeah, I bet he did.
Yeah.
Devontae to the Ravens. Why, Bam? So his career can die?
He's not trying to. Listen, y'all just traded for Deontay. What's his name? Deontay Johnson.
Right. He see the field.
Yeah, brother. They'd let him go before it. Man. Any thoughts coming out of the combine? How did you feel watching grown men in draws work out?
So I don't watch the combine for that reason. I just want to talk about Shador. I really hate
what the hate is.
I'm trying to figure it out. You hate him because he's confident,
or do you hate him because who his dad is, and he know he kind of better than some of y'all whites? That's asking the questions.
Because we know next year when Arch Manning come out, he gonna be doing the same stuff, and it's gonna be a whole different conversation because it's Arch Manning.
Now, what if Arch Manning come out with the chains out here talking like Big X the Plug? Now what we gonna do? Hey,
then he gonna go back to college. Peyton, don't you? He gonna show up to the combine like that, and Peyton gonna pull him to the side and say, "Boy, you're not gonna disrespect this family like that."
They're gonna take him by the ear. They're gonna take him by the ear and say, "Not with this last name."
Oh, what do you think this is, bud? Or Peyton be like, "Hey, bud, what you doing? Come here for a second."
I'm with Bam. They have to hate Dion, which I'm just kind of confused on. How can you hate Dion? He's a man of God that grew up there and be talking this stuff.
Yeah, Dion is extremely arrogant, and people hate that.
Speaking of men of God, Eric Adams, I just need to know how you, a man of God, how you got there. It's a biblical thing.
I don't pray to the same God Eric Adams prays.
Now hold on. See, I'm gonna go find it. Yeah, no, oh yeah, right up in here. I got it. See if I can share my screen real quick. There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, this right here is Mayor of New York City, Eric Adams. He just beat a case. Let's hear what he had to say.
So this is a biblical moment. You know, when Jesus was on the cross, he said, God, forgive them, for they know not what they do. All these Negroes who are asking me to step down, God, forgive them.
Not Negroes.
No, but do you hear the people in the background that's hyping him up?
That's what makes it so bad, because now he's going to keep going. He's speaking in tongues. What?
Are you stupid?
You know, when he get arrested, because it is inevitable, that is going to hit like that whole stream is going to hit like crack when he get arrested for prostitution in 2 years.
He said, "Forgive these silly Negroes, but they don't know what they do." Like,
Negroes? What is this, Django?
And listen, he come from that old school. You know, them black folks from that old school, they call people Negroes when they was on the opposite side. It's like their version of haters. Listen here, Negro. You know what I'm about to say? I'm about to smooth hammer and whack your wagon. So keep on playing with me, and I'm going to slice you like a jive turkey. And I'm going to slice you every way but Friday. You dig?
That was actually too accurate. You want to hear funny? I don't know if I said this the last time we pod, but I'm reading MLK's biography. I think I said this, and if I did, correct me.
The same book that LeBron was reading?
No, this is the real MLK, like the big MLK biography, not no kid's book. I can't stop reading it in MLK's voice. Every page, I hear his voice.
Yeah. Somebody told a lie today.
Whole time. That's all every page is his voice. I can't stop.
And today, I woke up tired today, and I told Coretta, it's going to be a good day.
Dead ass a real sense in that book. That's exactly what it be sounding like. Dead ass. Like he talking about his house getting bombed, and I can't stop hearing his voice. Someone bombed the house, and look, thank God Coretta wasn't there. Like, oh.
And when we got home, I just knew there was something fishy about that day. There was a smell in the air that not even I, with as strong as a nose that I had for Mama's good cooking, could have even imagined.
Dead ass what it sounded like.
And before I knew it, that explosion sent me through the front window. But thank God, Coretta wasn't home. Amen.
Dead ass is exactly what it be sounding like in my head when I read it.
Jesse Jackson, they said you was there and you knew something. We got him.
We got him.
We fucking got him. We fucking got him. You made any fantasy trades or anything in the last week or so?
Nope. I have some thoughts for some trades I want to do, but I don't know if it's going to happen.
Are they with me? I'm happy to.
No, I am in the process, as I do every offseason. I have entered the section of the offseason where I want to go big game hunting. But the ones that I want to go big game hunting with do not want to go big game hunting with me. So that's where we are. I haven't made any offers. Like I'm just scouring rosters, like looking at potential targets. Because I'm looking for a legit elite pass catcher to pair with Marvin Harrison Jr.
It's almost like if you would have had Malik Neighbors, you wouldn't be in this position. But I digress. Let me ask you about this trade that Kyle sent over not too long ago that I've been pondering. I'm not sure. So I received Michael Pittman Jr. and pick 310.
Okay.
For Roman Wilson, and I also send my first round pick next year.
I wouldn't do that, but it's a fair trade.
It's not a bad trade. It just might be a little too rich for my blood because I feel like next year, well, I don't know where I'm going to be picking, but I feel like it's going to be.
The thing about a Kyle trade is it is fair, but it is like right on the fringe of like you said, man, that's just a little too rich for my blood. Yeah, like I'm listening. but you just a hair too rich. And Bam, no, Hawkinson is not big game hunting. That is depth. I'm talking like A.J. Brown, Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase. Maybe CD Lamb.
Here's the thing. Did Bam just make a trade not too long ago? Like, what? Am I tripping?
I think he did. It's funny. So Bam, you'll love this story. I was at a family function a couple weeks ago, a birthday party, and I was talking to Shits and Grins, aka Jason, and his dad was there, and I was like, all you got to do is offer Bam a Raven, and he'll give you his entire roster.
Listen, let's go back to it. Bam gets Derrick Henry. He sends a 2026 first and a 2027 third. All you got to do is offer him a Raven.
Again, not the worst trade on the planet. But
and now looking back on it, that's the Stephon Diggs trade. Smart on my part. I end up getting Jameson Williams back. Listen, let me tell you, the Las Vegas Horned Ducks, we're going to be a tough out next year. Ask Jason. We took him to the edge. Pause.
That's not a pause. Take it to the edge is not a pause moment.
I got Jameson Williams. Listen, I traded a first-round pick for Jameson Williams, a 2025 second, and a 2026 third. I'm not mad at that trade.
Bam. What would it take to get TJ Hawkinson?
Well, you don't want TJ Hawkinson. You don't want TJ Hawkinson.
Why don't I want TJ Hawkinson?
Because, my good brother, you have picks. What is that? 102? You have pick 102.
202, 204, 302, and 304. Man, see, Kyle's Kyle. This is what this show is about. Live trade negotiations. Hold on, let me pull up what Kyle said.
So he said he's willing to give me a better pick back if I get a more established player than Roman Wilson. I mean, I don't know, Kyle. If you're interested in D-Hop, why are you laughing? Why are you laughing?
You're not offering him old ass D-Hop who a free agent.
Let me finish my sentence.
I'll give you a cane.
Let me finish my sentence. If you're interested in D-Hop or maybe
no, dog, you turning into Greg with that shit.
Maybe if you're interested in Ramondre Stevenson, maybe we can have a chat.
Not that Greg ass.
Come on, man. D-Hop can still play, man. Y'all bugging.
Yeah, you saw it in the Super Bowl.
It's a good defense he played. While we transition into the NBA, let me tell y'all something. A couple weeks ago, I couldn't believe I came in here and was worried about who the Los Angeles Lakers had traded. Are you kidding me? Doncic is one of them ones. They listen. The funny part is the Lakers were cooking before the AD trade, which is why I was worried about the trade, the Anthony Davis trade. But since they acquired the most dangerous white man in the NBA,
yes, in the world,
the Lakers are just cooking, and
they're more dangerous than 47.
Listen, that's a little bit hard. The Lakers are cooking, and they have cooked their way up to second place in the West. Danny, I need you to talk to me. Is Doncic capable of winning a championship this year?
I said this when we first talked about this. No matter what playoff series the Lakers enter, they have the best player. And that is enough. As you saw last year, that is enough to give you a shot to win a championship.
They might have
Absolutely, the Lakers can make a run. Like Luka can end a game at halftime.
Because I'm just looking at let me look at the standings. Because I'm looking at the standings right now, right? Let's look at the Western Conference. Lakers are okay. Thunder 50-11. They're the clear 1 seed, and they're going to be the 1 seed.
Yeah.
Lakers right now 38-21. I think they have a game tonight or tomorrow.
Yeah, they play tonight. They play New Orleans tonight.
Yeah, they play the Pelicans tonight at home. The 3rd seed is the Nuggets, then the Grizz, then the Rockets, then the Warriors are 6th seed. Clippers, Kings are 7-8. Timberwolves, Mavs are 9-10. So the Lakers will be playing the 7th seed. So let's just say it ends up being the Clippers, the Kings, or maybe the Timberwolves.
You know how Luka feels about the Clippers. He hate them off. He hate them off.
We gave them the business the other night.
He hate them up. He'll sweep them by himself.
The Kings, I think the Kings know De'Aaron Fox. Oh yeah,
you'll sweep them. Keep going. And Mavericks falling out. The Mavericks are now in the capture the flag sweepstakes.
So then it's either the Suns if they can make a push. The Trailblazers.
You know how Luka feels about the Suns.
But I think right now it will be the Clippers, Kings, or T-Wolves for that first series.
You know how he feels about the Timberwolves. Like, it doesn't matter who you say. Like, Luka's the best player, especially in the playoffs.
Then we get into a second round series against either let's see, if we say the 2 seed, then either we'd be playing the Nuggets or the Warriors. Come on, big dog.
Like, who in the West scares you as a Lakers fan?
Oh, the Nuggets. The Nuggets.
Okay. That's it?
The Nuggets, yes, because I'm afraid of Jokic. I've seen what he and Jamal Murray.
You got the other one. You got the other equalizer.
Yeah, but Jamal Murray has this innate ability to always get up for Laker games. It actually makes no sense.
That's fair. I wouldn't be afraid of I wouldn't even be afraid of OKC.
But at the same time, if the Warriors beat the Nuggets first round, I like that series too. I like us to be.
If you're a Lakers fan, you shouldn't be scared of anyone in the West. You have Luka.
You're right.
He is a nuke.
Even against the Thunder, you think
Luka is a nuke? It does not matter who is on the other side. I know Lou Dort like to play linebacker.
Once the step back threes get the flowing, my goodness.
And he start talking and he like playing on the road. Let him go to Denver game 3.
Listen, it was the game against the Clippers either Saturday. Bro just made like this crazy one-legged 3. Yep. I was like, nah, this dude different.
Nah, like
his outlet passing, like, yo, he give Bron a free 6 to 8 a night just off of smooth
just
outlet.
All he can do. The only thing about that is I think the league's gonna start calling traveling, because you'll notice like if he rebounds, he'll look up and like try to do a chest pass, and if he doesn't see, he'll drop and start dribbling. That's always been my fear. But dog, you have the best player on the planet in the playoffs.
They don't even call traveling no more. They don't even know
what travel is.
They don't even know what travel is.
You have the Lakers. Not only can the Lakers make a run, the Lakers can win a championship if Boston loses.
You think let's just play it out, and let's just say LeBron was able to win his 5th.
Mm-hmm.
If you're LeBron going into next season, do you just go ahead and call it final year?
Yes, 100%. As long because Luka is a free agent after next season,
and he should be back.
Yeah, I mean they wouldn't have made that trade. Well, no, because they didn't know. Luka didn't know, so I don't know if Luka would sign. But I
think as long as the Lakers organization continues to treat him well,
correct.
He'll resign.
Nico, Dallas, fire Nico, and then invite Luka back.
That's funny. Listen, going back to Steph and the Warriors. When they originally made that trade, I kind of came on here and said I wasn't too impressed about that Jimmy Butler trade to Golden State. they've been kind of cooking too.
They've been kind of cooking.
Like I kind of watched them the other night, and I was like, damn, they
but do they scare you though? Like, is there any team in the top of the conference like, oh man, we got to avoid Golden State at all costs? I don't think that.
Kyle asks, can LA handle Luka and Puka in the same city long term?
That's a crazy question.
Let me tell you something. Yes, they can, and
yes, they will.
They will. And white and Asian women in LA have never been so happy. Although Luka is a married man.
I say Luka is a family man.
He's a family man. He loves his. You know, that's the one thing about the Europeans, boy. They start having them families. They love their families, and then there's Americans. And Edwards, we got to start wrapping it up, brother. We got to start wrapping it up.
That man said.
At the same time, he did tell her, I don't want to have a baby with you. And I don't want to father this kid. So if you have this baby, I'm not going to be around. And she still went and had that baby.
Yeah, because it was a smart financial decision.
All right. So he's saying, handle that over there.
Someone, the Timberwolves got to get an OG in the locker room. Get one.
Listen.
Nah, not Mike Conley. Mike Conley does not speak Ant Edwards. The Morris twins speak Ant Edwards. Like
I don't think Ant Edwards is completely wrong in this situation. You can't just be
if you don't want to have a baby by someone, then you shouldn't be doing things that.
Yeah, but you shouldn't just be having babies by people who don't. You should just be having babies.
You shouldn't be shooting up clubs where you don't want a baby to fall out of.
Hey man, clubs are meant to be shut up.
And babies come out of shot up clubs.
Okay,
did you watch?
But we also got Deletus Fetus. So I'll give you the money for the Deletus Fetus. With some money on top of that.
Deletus Fetus is insane.
Sometimes you just gotta delete that fetus.
Did you watch the Olympic special on Netflix, the documentary?
Oh, the way he was talking to Obama?
Jesus, man. Like
let Obama know. Hey,
he told the president to stand down.
Listen, why Obama was trying to talk to him like an old head? LeBron, talk to this young man.
Does you know who I am?
No, I am like. Listen, I was translating that in my head, and Ant-Man was like, "Fuck you, mean boy? You know who I am, boy? Fuck is you talking about? I'm Ant Edwards, boy."
Like, did you see when Bam and LeBron turned around and saw that Ant was unsupervised with Obama?
Here comes LeBron. Yeah, and one of them. He one of them.
Like they turned around, and you would have thought they walked in on their significant. Oh, shout out to Bam and Asia for finally making it public. Congratulations, Mr. Wilson.
Or Mrs. Adebayo.
Nah, Mr. Wilson.
Yeah, she listen.
But Elite TV, my wife and I watched that like 4 times. Like just them turning around, I was like, oh, who left this motherfucker unsupervised?
Yeah. The only video I watched more than that was Trump, Zelensky, and my man arguing in the Oval Office. Now listen, we shouldn't be privy to all conversations that happen in the Oval Office, but that one was particularly.
That was just TV. That was.
You don't have the cards right now. You don't have the cards.
That was a circus.
Yo, how you gonna ask the president of the Ukraine? Have you been to Ukraine? What?
No, tell me about it.
It was like, have you been to the Ukraine? Oh my goodness.
Like my man started off by saying, thank you guys. 10 minutes later, have you even thanked us yet? Oh my God.
Oh, so the world just got to see how unserious we are for the next, 3 years, 4 years?
3.5. Not, it's longer than that. 3 3/4.
Yeah. LeBron's going to hit 50,000 career points tonight. Do you think we ever see this again?
No.
It's hard to hit 50,000 points. Who wants to play basketball for that long?
And I don't think this generation of superstars, I don't think their bodies are going to hold up long enough for them to reach 50,000. Like Kevin Durant and LeBron, that's it.
Last of a unique and generational breed.
because I don't think these new superstars, I don't think their bodies are going to hold up long enough, and I don't think they take care of their bodies enough. Like you saw how Ant was eating in the Olympic one, and did you watch the other one last year where they followed him all year?
Oh, starting 5?
Yeah. Like you saw how he ate. Like maybe Jason Tatum makes it, but I don't think so.
What do you think about Jason Tatum saying he's an underrated superstar?
Yeah, it's because he's corny and he does shit like scream, "Get the fuck out of here!" up 25-3 and lose the game. That's why we don't take him seriously.
Yeah, they did do that, didn't they?
Yeah, you can't.
So frustrating to watch. So this is my thing. Anytime I chat with my friends who are Boston fans, I keep telling them, "Yo, the Celtics are good, but you just like I hate watching them play. Like any Celtics game that's on, I'll watch, but." A quarter and a half in, I'm like, this is I hate this brand of basketball. I hate this brand of basketball. Like yo, it is straight up 2s and 3s. Like the old Mike D'Antoni teams.
Yep. Joe Mazzulla is like, yo, if we take 63s and 25 of them drop, we will win. It's JT. Kyle, thank you for those Eagle stats too. And Bam, no, Jason Tatum is not the face of the league.
So Kyle said that the Philly 24-25 season might be the 5th best NFL season ever. Their point differential was 160, while the other 18-win teams were 84 Niners, who had 248, and the 85 Bears, who had 258. Whew. Packers point differential in 62 was 267 with only 14 games. They only had 1 loss and won the championships. Even the 72 Dolphins had a 214 point differential.
Go Birds.
Go Birds. This might be maybe one of the worst weeks or worst months in Mavericks history.
Jesus Christ.
Trade Luka Doncic.
For nothing.
Kyrie gets hurt. Derek Lively gets hurt. Gafford gets hurt.
PJ gets hurt.
And
trade for Caleb Martin, who was hurt.
And now the God himself is hurt. Kyrie Irving. Torn ACL. Kyrie, my ACL brother. We in this together, my brother. Same day I get confirmed with mine, Kyrie tears his. All right, so I got to use Kyrie as motivation now. If he can do it, so can I.
That's right.
This is crazy. Talk to me. They're raising ticket prices now.
8% to watch. It really sounds like they're trying to move these boys to Vegas. It sounds like, how can we get to Vegas as fast as possible?
Talk to me as our residents Mavericks fans.
Oh, basketball season is over. And next season might be over too.
Shams was saying that he thinks the Mavs might shut down AD for the rest of the year.
They should. Shut down AG. Derek Lively was supposed to be ready for the playoffs. Sorry, guys. See you in the fall. PJ sprained his ankle. We can milk that for 6 more weeks. Like, no, they don't control their picks from I don't think they control their first round picks from 26 to 30. This is it.
I would then go back and just say, why did we trade? Why did we trade Luka?
That's an amazing question. Like, this is...
Who is he beefing with that organization?
Who?
Luka.
Nobody. Just Nico. Apparently, Nico just hated him and didn't know. He called him fat.
What do you say to the rumor that Luka may have been getting his rumpa-dump on with somebody that worked in the Mavericks?
I haven't heard that one. And if so, who gives a shit? He's Luka Doncic.
But
tell that man to go fight him.
This could be an executive's wife, though.
Hey, dog. Tony Parker was sleeping with his teammate's wife, and they wouldn't win a championship together.
Were they cool afterwards?
No.
Okay, just had to make sure.
But they won a championship, I believe.
Yeah, just got to make sure we got some respectable men out here.
Hey, man, that's Luka. Now you're 5 months behind on the Cooper Flag sweepstakes. Like, Utah's looking at you like, yeah, dog, sorry, we got that taken up. I don't know, man. It's gonna be a dark off season. because Kyrie not going to be ready to the All-Star break at the earliest. Like, people are talking about Christmas. He not going to recover from an ACL tear. Like, he not coming back December. We'll see him after the All-Star break. So now you have to go into free agency looking for another guard or trading for another guard. Or hopefully you can draft someone decent and, to play point guard.
Listen, Dallas, I'm ready to suit up.
See you after the All-Star break too with Kyrie.
Oh man. You watched that Elimination Chamber. Feels like everybody in the world watched this Elimination Chamber. Listen, Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, that was disturbing to watch. And that's how you know some good wrestling going on. That was some really good wrestling.
Actually, they gave us a WrestleMania match. They gave us that match 2 months too early.
Yeah, I don't think either one of them will be wrestling at WrestleMania the way that one went. That one looks like it might have some people.
I mean, they said Sami Zayn out, definitely, and I don't think that's a story. I think that's the truth.
Listen, the way Kevin Owens, his last 2 matches, he just on his Mick Foley era.
That's exactly what he's doing. He on his Mick Foley.
Let's talk about Jade Cargill's return as we lead into the women's chamber. I knew when she walked out there, she wasn't putting hands on Liv Morgan.
No, the all black gave it away.
Yeah, she coming to beat somebody ass.
She coming, and it won't, like you said, it won't live.
They had them.
So I keep seeing different things. When she walks in the ring, Liv is like, "It wasn't me. It wasn't me." Does Jade say, "I know it wasn't you"? Or does she say, "I know it was you"? Because I think Jade says, "I know it was you," but that doesn't make sense. I feel like Jade said, "I know it wasn't you."
I think she was saying, I think I know it wasn't you.
I think she was.
Yeah, because if she said, "I know it was you," then she would have put the boop on Liv.
So I love this angle. It worked with Triple H and Shawn Michaels in SummerSlam. It worked with Austin and Rikishi. And it's going to work with Liv. I'm not Liv, with Jade. Now, do you think Bianca is an accomplice, or do you think Naomi acted alone? Because I don't think Naomi could do that by herself.
I think Bianca was an accomplice.
I think so too.
Io Sky will be retaining the championship belt at WrestleMania.
I'll take it a step further. I don't think Bianca makes it to WrestleMania.
Or you think we get the Rhea Io Sky rematch?
That's what, man. We need Jade and Bianca.
Or here's what I could see: the triple threat match of Io, Bianca, and Rhea, and Jade costing Bianca, which also in terms helps Rhea reclaim championship.
I hope they don't do Io like that though. Like if you're gonna let her get a title reign, let her get a title reign.
Well, Rhea only had it for 56 days the second time around. So
that's true. Because who did she beat Io for it, right?
She beat Liv Morgan for it.
That's right.
First Raw.
That's right, on Netflix.
Yeah.
That's right. Kyle, you said you don't know what we're talking about. You should watch wrestling, Kyle.
WWE. Bam, I've seen the clips of Drewski's Could Have Been Love. One of these days when I'm on some substances, I think I might have to watch one of them episodes on YouTube. The men's chamber. Give me your thoughts on the final 3 of John Cena, CM Punk, and Seth Rollins.
Yep.
And then Seth Rollins screwing CM Punk to help John Cena win.
I loved it. It was beautiful. The hatred between Seth and CM Punk is so real. Like, he screamed "die" to that man while he was passing out from the cage. Like, that's hate. He told that man to die in the middle. Bret, he said, "Owen Hart, dog, I need you to die in the middle of the ring."
Listen, I'm just like, what's the beef? What's the beef?
Oh, the beef is, like Seth said, like, CM Punk trashed WWE for all those years, including him, and now he wants to come back and act like nothing happened. Oh, Seth thinks he's a snake. Seth has said that on air, and he said that in some YouTube videos. Did you watch the Hot Ones with him and Becky?
No.
Watch that, because one of the questions is like, why do you hate CM Punk? Oh, he goes into depth. You're like, I legit hate him. This isn't kayfabe. This isn't fake. No, he hates CM Punk.
They gotta let that go, man.
Nah, this is the only thing that's better than this is when they turn the Matt Hardy Edge story into a storyline, which is absurd. I don't know why they agreed to that.
Well, Vince was like, y'all gonna wrestle through it. Y'all gonna wrestle through y'all's issues.
And we're gonna make this a string of elite matches.
Now, what were your thoughts on the moment of the night, the John Cena heel turn? Finally,
I yelped. John Cena could have taken this last year and just taken the easy route and the hustle, loyalty, respect, and make a wish. I don't know who talked him into turning heel finally, but we've waited 20 years.
Listen, John, I better see you come out in the all black from here on out. No more colors.
No more colors.
You better bring back the OG Doctor of Thugonomics song.
Nope, I don't need 40-something-year-old John Cena rapping wearing.
And he ain't gotta be rapping, but that's what he on now.
And just the Triple H in his bag, dog. Pauls, Heyman and Paul Levesque. This is just the fact that John teamed up with The Rock, the same man that he called a fraud 15 years ago for leaving and coming back.
Where does Roman play a part in this, though?
Roman is nowhere near this right now. I don't think we bring Roman until later. Like, Cena has to win 17, right? Cena has to break the record. He sells his soul for the record. Then we can bring Roman back in. Like, Romeo, you had to go to the white man? You gonna come talk to me? Because Roman got to handle Jacob Fatu right now. Because that man is...
Jacob Fatu got his own thing with Solo Sikoa that they trying to figure out.
That's going to be real quick. He going to take care of Solo real quick.
That's going to be the WrestleMania moment. That's going to be the WrestleMania match.
Yeah, that's going to be the match that put Jake. I think Fatu already over, for real.
He will be top 5 in promos right now.
Oh, yeah, the promo
I'm
to the ring.
beat your ass from road to road, from coast to coast. Like, oh, okay.
All right, dog. Hey, man. The Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa, y'all can go back to the island of Samoa. We don't need y'all. We already got some twins over here. We got Jimmy and Jay.
How many small Samoans have you ever met in your lifetime?
None.
Seen in your lifetime?
They don't exist.
Yeah,
it's just one is bigger than the other, but even the smallest one is bigger than an average person. I ain't never seen a small Samoan.
Listen, now I ain't gonna say I'm the type to back down from any man. But one type of person you ain't gonna ever see me beefing with is a Samoan. Whatever them issues is, I'm gonna go ahead and resolve them. Hey, it's my bad, Oos.
I'm gonna apologize off rip. My bad, dog.
My bad, Oos. My bad. I'm sorry, Oos. My bad.
I mean, I ain't even calling him Oos because I don't know him like that. Hey, man.
Nah, I'm Oos. Hey, Oos. Damn, my bad, Oos. Yeah.
Never.
My bad,
never
Oos.
fight us out. No, sir.
I'll be feeling Oosy too. Talk to me about this unrivaled playoff picture. I think it's coming into focus, right?
Yeah. Unrivaled the play. I think like the Lunar Owls clinched. Well, the Lunar Owls are top seed. Rose clinched the other night. It's pretty good basketball. I need to start watching a little bit more. I've kind of fallen off.
The WNBA or NBA?
The unrivaled. So WNBA should be kicking up in the next 6 weeks. I think the first preseason games are like in the first part of May. You're starting to see a lot of teams. I don't know if you noticed, like a lot of teams that are playing the Fever are starting to announce they're moving those games to bigger arenas. Mm-hmm. Like,
but I know also the teams that are playing the Aces and the Chicago Sky as well.
Yeah.
Can't make it all seem like a white girl just came in and did all that.
Correct. I just know the Mystics did it for the 2 games they played the Fever in DC. They're taking it to Capital One instead of their other arena. Free agency's pretty much over. Like, teams are pretty much set. Like I can't say how excited I am to watch the Sparks play. Like, that might be my team of the year. Like, if they stay healthy, man. Like, if you watch Unrivaled, watch Rakia Jackson. I forgot what team she's on, but
So
go
are you
watch
using the
Rakia
Sparks
Jackson.
to just cope for your Mavericks right now?
No, I was talking about the Sparks before the Luka trade.
Okay.
Like I was talking about the Sparks when they traded for Kelsey Blum.
Yeah, just got to make sure.
Like watch Unrivaled. Go watch Rakia Jackson play. Like that's all. Like go watch Rakia.
She been getting them buckets in.
She liked that.
Wait, Rakia plays for the Sparks?
Yeah, Rakia plays for the Sparks.
Yeah,
so the Sparks have Kelsey as your 1, Rakia as your 3, and Cameron Brink as the 5. Kia Nurse is your 4. I forgot who the 2 is. But no. You got 3 All-Stars.
I'll come be the 2. The Toronto Tempo is the WNBA team, right?
Yeah, Toronto Tempo is new. They're not playing this season. The Golden State Valkyries debut this season. Toronto debuts next season, I think. Venus Williams just bought a partnership stake in that.
What about the Portland team?
I think Portland's the year after. Because I don't think the Portland team even has a name yet, do they?
Oh, shit. I don't know.
I don't think they do. So it's Golden State this year. Next year is Toronto. And then the year after that is Portland. Yes, Kyle. Kia Nurse is Canadian.
Shout out to my Canadians out here. What's up with so many Canadians booing the national anthem anytime?
Hilarious. That was I wanted to boo. And Pat McAfee put on his red hat for like 30 seconds and was like, wait a goddamn minute. McAfee forgot where he was at.
No, but why y'all get the booing?
Why shouldn't they boo?
We ain't did what we did to get the booing. Wait,
I want to boo.
Why you want to boo? You can boo, but they can't boo.
They can boo.
No, you can only be American and boo. God damn it, you can't be no. Listen, I'm about to put on my. Listen, y'all shouldn't be booing because we don't boo y'all's national anthem when it's played in our stadiums.
Well, their leader isn't trying to start a trade war for no reason just because he can.
Yeah. Now he crazy. Now listen, I want everyone to know that it is absolutely fucking god awfully hilarious that everything people were like, yo, if y'all vote him in, this was gonna happen. And it's happening. And now people are like, I can't believe
he's doing it right. Like,
I can't believe this.
He's doing exactly what he said he was gonna do.
People are like, I've been a big Trump supporter, and I didn't think he was that bad, but this is just.
That man looked dead in the camera and was like, I am going to do a 25% tariff. And then he does it. And oh, no, he ain't going to do that. He ain't that crazy. Then he does it. Like, damn, I can't believe it. No, he's doing exactly what he said he was going to do.
I just can't believe he would do something like that. It's like, girl, were you listening to his campaign?
Were you listening to anything that he said?
They should have, listen, if what he needed was the Dr. Martin Luther King voice filter. I'm gonna make a 25% tariff today.
We're not gonna say
then that. I'm gonna go and strip the federal government of all the employees so that even the planes can land upside down now.
Planes falling out the sky every damn day. I gotta fly to Maine in 3 months, and I'm afraid to get on that. I'm talking to my wife that maybe we should catch the train.
Catch the train? You ain't catching no train to Maine, boy. Get on that flight. You gotta get on that flight and get the flying. Get on that flight, get the flying, especially during the summertime.
Can we take 1 second? This isn't in the notes, but I think we should address this because Kyle's here.
All right.
I didn't know Kyle had that much funk in him. I'm still shocked. Kyle sent us those videos of his band doing the Sweetest Taboo cover, and I said, I know. Taboo. And he just there playing the bass. He the only white man in the group, Kyle. If you don't identify as white, I'm sorry. With the beard, and that man just jamming. I was like, I know.
Actually, I'm glad that you said that sentence of identifying as white, because let me tell you, as we wrap this thing up, let me tell you a story that happened to me. So I was DJing Saturday down the city, and I'm leaving the venue. Now the venue's in like a mall. It's at the bar's at the top of this like mall.
Okay.
So I'm walking out, and the security guard kind of sees me, but his view's a little blocked off, so he can't see the full me. So I'm like, so he's just kind of like, who the fuck? And I'm like, no, that's all me. I'm just DJing. So obviously he sees me with all this DJ stuff. He was like, okay, clearly this guy really was DJing. So we get to chit chatting, and he was like, what you was playing up there? And I was like, it was 90s and 2000s night. So a lot of hip hop and R&B from that era. And he was like, that's when they made it, man. That's when they make that they make that music that really they was talking about something. So I'm gonna ask you, where do you think this conversation went from where it started?
Tell me what this man looked like, and I'll tell you where this conversation goes.
Tall, slender black man.
Oh, he a black Israelite. It can't.
Dog.
His hair was cut, but it wasn't.
Yes.
Yeah.
Man, we get to walk in. He was like, the problem is they brainwashed. And I said, who?
Yep.
Who brainwashed? Here comes my instigate now. Who brainwashed? The music and the cinema these days is all brainwashed. My brother, I challenged you. No, my brother, I challenged you. No, my brother, I challenged you to open your third eye. I challenge you, my brother. Think about it. Take a step back, my brother. Everybody who's so-called black, so-called white, so-called Asian, so-called Arab, so-called Hispanic, they just see it. But when you go to these other countries, my brother, do you know, my brother, do you know that in these other countries, they are just identified by their nationality, not their race. It is all a program. We program, my brother. You got to wake up, open your third eye, get the chip out your brain, my brother.
Did he hit you with this and the red eyes and the kufi came out of nowhere? He was
like, brother, you got to open your eyes, my brother. You got to open your eyes. The whole time he's saying this, his radio going off. Beep, beep.
Yeah, we just need a sweep of floor 2 and 3. Here you go. Yeah, I got you.
My brother, you gotta open your eyes, my brother. You gotta open your eyes and see.
Someone on
Robert Run, we need the 3rd floor. Just double check again, make sure everything's. I'm on it. I'm right there.
My brother, like I was just saying, listen. You want to know all this is fake. You want to know all this fake? Do you remember when Will Smith smacked Chris Rock?
Oh, God.
He said, my brother, that was fake. He said, you don't believe me? Hold on. Let me show you something. So then he pulls out his phone and goes to a server for like, it was like QAnon explaining all conspiracy theories YouTube. And he started showing me the video of someone breaking down how that whole Will Smith Chris Rock slap was fake because Chris Rock, before he was up there, he was all hands open, chit-chatting. Then when Will Smith comes, he starts clenching, just getting ready to take a shot. Will Smith smacks him. He's still smiling, so he braced for it. They're actors, this, that, and the third. And I'm just sitting there like,
Or he just slapped him over.
I said, Yep. Then he said, you want to know what else is fake? And I said, what, my brother? What? That assassination attempt on Trump won't real either, brother. You got to see it. Listen, my brother, you just got to see it.
Yeah, this is Roger One. Where are we at on that sweep of the 3rd floor? I'm on it right now. I'm doing it right now. I'm doing the 3rd floor sweep right now.
All right, my brother, look, I got to go right now. I'm back to my job. I got to make sure I make it home to my family safely. But I'm asking you, my brother, to open your third eye. Next time you see a conversation about race, my brother, just step back to the side and realize what you're watching. What's your name, brother? And I said, Darius. Darius, you mind if I call you Good Brother D? And I said,
Jesus, you should have never told him. Well, luckily for you, you'll never see him working security ever again because whoever needed that cut, they probably got their ass whooped and robbed.
Yeah, I was like, all right, Good Brother D. He said, I'm Brother Freeze. Open your third eye before they freeze you.
Stay away from that man forever. Next thing you know, he gonna be giving you bean pies and.
Man, let me tell you something. Them Israelites, boy, them wokes, them wokes be as funny as the racist.
Yes, and they're a little bit more aggressive because they're comfortable with you.
Bro, he would not let me leave. He was like, for the next 15, 20 minutes, he was hammering me about this. Kyle says, I wonder if the same person who orchestrated the Will Smith and Chris Rock slap was the same one who fabricated Wilt's 100-point game. Yeah, the anniversary of Wilt's so-called 100-point game was the other day. Still didn't see no footage. It's okay. Well, I know you're a legend. I just don't think you scored 100 that day. I think you scored around 70, and they just lost count. They said that nigga had to have scored 100.
Yep, it is a tall tale that has just gotten taller.
Yeah, you mean to tell me this brother averaged 25 points a quarter?
Exactly.
Come on. I listened to enough Tool that opening your third eye means doing way too many drugs. Honestly, it's somewhere in there. Oregon, I got a beef. Why don't y'all have any Chili's in the Portland metro area? Come on, my brother. A good Chili's? I'll fuck up some Chili's tonight.
So, last thing, and then we can get out of here. So, my wife is going to go stay with her sister Thursday and Friday night to help out because so I'm at home alone by myself, and I have no idea what I'm going to eat. And I've been thinking for the past 4 days, what am I going to do? And Chili's might be the answer.
Brother,
Chili's is right around the corner.
I'm trying to figure out when the narrative on Chili's switched to being kind of cheap because Chili's is good food.
The chicken tenders always hit.
Oh, you talking about the little honey glazed ones? Or
I haven't had them in a long time.
Them shit. And you got to make sure you get the little Southwest Chipotle egg rolls. Ooh, listen, man, you got no damn Chili's out here. I was tight, bro.
Oh, but that might be the move. Friday, watch Daredevil, eat some Chili's. Yeah,
I just finished season 1 of Daredevil. I feel like I got a long way to go before I'm able to watch.
It's great. Season 2 is a little slow, but it's still good. Season 3 is great.
Season 3 is the one?
I think season 1 is the best.
Yeah, season 1 was.
But I think season 2 is a little slower because the Punisher, they're building, because season 2 is, I think we're introduced to the Punisher and they're trying to set up the Punisher spinoff too.
And now, Bam, I need to know what you eat because Bam says we're going to get the mud butts.
Shut
eating
up.
Chili's. So now I want to know what restaurants Bam eats at. Now you can tell me before he gets to typing. Where you think Bam be eating at?
He I don't eat Chili's. I eat at Applebee's. I eat at Outback head ass.
Hey, we got an Outback near my crib. I might slide to, but Outback ain't no Chili's.
Yeah, Chili's. Bam, I did see Captain America and it left a lot to be desired. The problem with the new Captain America is
he black.
No, it's not that he's black. Jesus.
Ain't no way. How long you been living in America? We ain't never had no. All right. Steve Rogers. That's who that brother is. He ain't no Steve Rogers.
So the thing I'll say about Captain America is it doesn't connect well to the Winter Soldier Captain America series from Disney Plus, and they give away the big thing in the preview.
What, the Red Hulk?
Yeah, because everything is building to that. So if I know it's coming, it doesn't mean anything.
Well, you got to sell some tickets.
You got to find a better way than that. You can't, because that's the whole movie is building to the reveal of the Red Hulk. But we already know the Red Hulk is coming. Pause.
Well, no better. And we go listen, it don't matter how we get to the climax as long as the journey to the climax is good.
Because it's a decent story in theory, but there's Winter Soldier is a better political thriller than this one.
Well, Winter Soldier, that's an all-time classic.
That's a banger.
Bam said he heard a stranger call him Black Captain America, and I just stared at him.
Well, Bam, you do live in Michigan.
Oh yeah. He also said that he's juicing, no fast food, no bread. Okay, but what are you eating though? Where do you know? What restaurants does Bam normally go to?
I told you, Hooters, Outback, Applebee's. I guarantee.
Hooters
is going out of business.
Yeah, ain't enough Bussy Beauty babies anymore.
And on that note, guys, this was fun.
Ladies and gentlemen, you could have been anywhere in the world this fine Tuesday, but you were here with the Speak On It boys. Please make sure you guys have a great night. Please make sure you follow the pod at SpeakOnIt_. 14. I mean, Speak On It _pod. That is Speak On It _pod. Make sure you follow myself at Los Demix, LOSDEEMIX. Make sure you follow Danny Ocean. Let him know where he can find you, my good brother.
Find me at Danny Ocean 41 on X, and I believe that is my username on Blue Sky.
Blue Sky. And ladies and gentlemen, just know Hooters, Outback, and Applebee's is the real HOA of America. Ladies and gentlemen, you could have been anywhere in the world, but you were here with us. We appreciate it. Please make sure you speak on it. And if you enjoy some of our movie and series talk, please make sure you speak to us and email us speakonitpod14@gmail.com. Send us any of your questions, thoughts, opinions on anything cinema, sports related. We'll make sure we address them right here on the pod. We appreciate it, guys. We'll be back next week. And remember, God gives his toughest soldiers he gives his strongest soldiers his toughest battles. And it's okay to tell God that you are tired of being tough and you do not want to be strong anymore. And
God, as a Mavericks fan, I'm tired of being strong. Please take this burden away from us.
Please.
Please send it to Utah or to some team nobody care about. Please.
Y'all are the team nobody cares.
Send this to New Orleans.
Hey,
send this to Orlando.
You know what's crazy as we get out of here? Why is it when Zion get healthy and start hooping, they just stop talking about him? They only want to talk about him when he hurt.
That's because it's gonna be hurt in 2 weeks. They said we're not buying into this no more.
You're right. All right, ladies and gentlemen.